Did you notice the defense coordinator on the sideline?
I guess that's the answer right there, huh? It was good. It was good having him down there, and the communication was flawless. And yeah, it was good having him down there.
Arik said he could feel his energy. Sorry.
I was just saying, did you have an opportunity to, were you in his ear at all during the game between series?
You know, I think it was pretty similar, honestly. I think the thing was just kind of like us being we just going into it. We wanted to make sure the communication was good in terms of the microphone, him getting the calls to me, and I thought he did a great job.
That was the first time he could directly speak to you during
the
calls, right?
Yeah.
Any difference, just what that was like?
There's always going to be an adjustment period. I don't know if he's ever done it, honestly, because I know he's always been in the box. So I think he did a great job being down there today.
Did you guys come out today feeling like you had something you needed to prove as a unit?
I mean, I'd say so. Obviously, there's been we had 3 games that just wasn't us, you know, and we had to get back to playing 49er football, especially on the defensive side. And I've spoken on it. You know, we had to take pride in what we were putting on tape, and today I feel like we did that.
Do you feel like the defensive line set the tone for today's game? 3 sacks in the first half, 5 sacks by the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, I think as a group, you know, I think we played complementary football. I think obviously up front we got a lot of pressure up front to make his life difficult, and in the back end, you know, using our disguises and being sticky and covered. I think that's what kind of made it a little difficult for Lawrence.
Frank, can you elaborate a little bit on that? Lawrence gets the ball out really quick usually, and he was padding it a little bit today. What were you doing on the back end there, just kind of forcing that?
Yeah, I think early on just giving him different looks, you know, not just you know, we wanted to make sure we gave great disguises in the back end to give those guys up front more time to kind of make him pat that ball, and just, you know, give him a lot of different looks throughout the game.
Talk about the defensive line and the back end to the second level. You guys have some decent players there too. Dre Greenlaw, he was banged up the last couple of weeks. Did you notice more of a pep in his step today? I think he led the team in tackles.
Absolutely. Anytime we got Dre out there healthy, it completely changes the defense. He's such a great player. Love playing alongside of him. The physicality that he brings, the hunt to the football, playmaking ability, he does it all. So it was big having him back out there healthy.
How do you think Chase Young fit in?
I think he fit in great. I guess that was the missing link right there to playing dominant defense again. So it was so good having him out there, man. He brings such great energy. He's obviously such a physical and dominant player. So I'll have to watch the tape to see how he truly did. But it felt like his presence was felt.
A couple more for Fred.
Toughest interception you ever made?
Yeah, that was pretty tough, man. I have to say, Trevor Lawrence, he throws a good ball. It came a nice spiral to me. That's my bad. I should have said that. But
you could sense it was coming the way the pressure was getting to him.
Yeah, you know, just kind of the flow of the game. I felt like all game I'd been kind of jumping the check down when we were in zone coverage, and so later in the game, kind of got to have a situation. I sunk back a little bit in that dig window, and he just threw it.
What have you seen from Ambry Thomas during practice throughout the week?
Man, just confidence. You know, confidence, and that's truly the difference right now. I feel like he's been getting better and better every week, just waiting for his opportunity, and I think he made the most of it today. Obviously, he made that big play on the sideline, but you know, I think he just competed his tail off all week and then leading into today.
Anything else?
All right.
Thanks, Fred.
Thanks, guys.
Conversations with Steve Wilkes on the sideline during this game?
A little bit. I felt his energy. He's, you know, came up to us, congratulated us on some plays, and, you know, that voice of telling us to keep going and, you know, don't let up. And so yeah, I definitely felt him on the sideline.
How did you feel that Nick has played well, but he hasn't been filling up the stat sheet? Did you feel something different from him today?
Nothing different. Nick's just been doing what he has been doing. We finally had a quarterback who held on to the ball for a little bit, and we were able to show up in the stat sheet today. But Nick's been playing great all year. You know, whatever the criticism, you know, that comes with getting a big contract, but Nick has been dominant in the pass and run game. He has been all year, and, you know, it showed up in the stat sheet today, but he's been doing that all year.
Lawrence has been one of the quickest this year at getting the ball out. You mentioned he was holding it a little bit today. What was working that he was able to make that?
Really tying the front and the coverage. You know, the guys on the back end were, you know, we were disguising things. We were, you know, mixing it up, and that allowed us, you know, guys being sticky in coverage allowed us that extra hitch, and, you know, confusing him. And, you know, once we were confused him, you know, he was looking to to scramble, and our job was to keep him in the pocket and get him down.
Do you see any change in him? Because you guys got a couple right off the bat on third down. I think their first 2 third downs you guys had sacks. Do you see anything in him like, oh, this is going to be one of those days where we may have to hold it a little bit longer and you can take advantage?
Yeah, when it starts out early, it could turn into one of those special days for you up front, and we definitely had a good day up front, but got a lot more to go. We can continue to get better, and we weren't perfect out there, so it's great feeling to get a win. Hadn't felt that in a while, and it was great to play well, but turn the page for sure.
Did you
What
guys
happened on the one play where it looked like you took one in the shin?
I didn't take one in the shin. He tripped me, kicked me in my knee, and kind of messed up my day. But
did you guys as a unit feel that you had something to prove after the way things had gone and the criticism you might have been hearing?
I mean, we know who we are. We know what we're capable of. We have an extremely high standard for ourselves, bigger than any people or any outside people can put on us. We want to be great. We want to be dominant. We want to play at a high level, and we know our team is going to need us to do that if we want to get to where we want to go. So any outside, you guys need to do this. We already put pressure and a sense of responsibility on ourselves to go out there and put the team on our back and win games.
Was it just a bruise or something?
Yeah, I should be straight.
You say something back to him when you faced him again?
No, I didn't know what happened. I had a lot of respect for him, but tripping me, kicking me in my knee, could have got seriously hurt. It was just a dirty play.
All right, thanks. Christian, right here.
How would you assess your performance today?
Really good team win. Just complimentary ball all around. And a good kind of reset for us to keep going.
Could you kind of feel that Chase brings a little bit more juice just because of the numbers that it creates for your D-line?
Yeah, I mean, having him is such a big threat. I think we play off of each other well, and me and him are really excited to keep going.
You
Kyle
guys
said
combined
he-
on that sack early in the second quarter, Nick. At that point, did you guys feel that you had that game under control by then?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was only a touchdown lead at the time, so definitely didn't let up at all. Our back end did an unreal job mixing things up and kind of confusing Trevor, and I think we got more ops than we've had all year by far.
Beyond just the opportunities, did you feel like just the coverage being tied to the pass rush was at a better level than it had been for most of the season?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes matchups are work certain ways. Like, not a lot of teams have done what we just did to them. So we just have to keep improving, keep taking it one game at a time. Because I mean, we've played really well as a D line in certain games throughout this year, and not so good in other games. But when you have these opportunities, you got to make the most of them.
Kyle said you especially like playing in Florida. Was that? Did you feel that? Did you feel extra?
I did. Right when I stepped off the plane, I felt the humidity, and it was just so good.
You guys good? All right, Eric's right here.
Thanks, Nick.